Welcome to this tutorial to learn a little bit more about the Maintenance Agreements Pricing Calculator in the Labor Pricing for a Profit software version 6.0. We've added some nice features to the Maintenance Agreement Calculator to make it more accurate and much more useful within your company. Maintenance agreements are definitely the foundation stone for profitable growth for your service department for years to come. You need to be looking at putting together a properly set up maintenance agreement department today. But one of the questions is, how do we price them? The Maintenance Agreement Calculator will help you do just that. To run the Maintenance Agreement Calculator, we're simply going to make sure that we're in the Calculators section of the left-hand toolbar, simply by clicking on Calculators. Then, click on the Maintenance Agreements Calculators icon, the second item down. Now, when we do that, the Maintenance Agreement Pricing Calculator will open up. This is a very simple calculator. At the top half, we simply have the departments listed that have direct labor applied to them. In our particular case, that's only the service department and the installation department. Now, a maintenance agreement will typically only apply to the service department. All we have to do is simply click on the service department to make sure that one is highlighted. And in the lower right-hand corner of this screen, we first enter in and answer three questions. First is the hours required annually to perform a maintenance agreement. In other words, if you're going to go out there 2 hours once a year, one visit per year for 2 hours, then we'll simply enter in 2 hours in this box. If we're going to go out there for 1 hour twice a year, maybe on the HVAC side, an hour in spring and an hour in fall type of thing, then we'll put in 2 hours here. The next box down is the cost of materials used on a typical maintenance agreement. It's very, very common for in the maintenance agreement to include certain items in there. If it's an electrical agreement, maybe you will always figure that you're going to use a couple of light switches and switch plates. If it's an HVAC agreement, maybe you include the price of a 1-inch filter. If it's a plumbing, maybe you include the price of a number of seals or chemicals for drain treatment, things like that. But we want to add in here the cost of the materials that we're going to include in every agreement. So in our particular case here, let's say we're going to include $20 worth of parts and materials in every maintenance agreement. The next one is the amount of commission paid to the seller of the maintenance agreement. Again, your technicians have the ability to sell more maintenance agreements than anybody else in the company. They have more face-to-face time with the customer every single day. And all they have to do is open their eyes, look for the opportunities around them, and they will sell maintenance agreements. But they have to be able to tell the customer the advantages of it. Now, we want to reward them for selling those maintenance agreements. So how much of a spiff are you going to pay to your technicians or employees for selling maintenance agreements? In our case, we're going to pay them $20. So we do that, we hit enter to lock in these changes, and the table at the left will immediately tell us what we need to charge. Our break even on this particular agreement is $297.54. If we want to earn a 10% net profit, we need to charge $330.60. If we want a 20% net profit, we need to charge $371.93. That's as difficult as it gets. We can change the parameters in the Maintenance Agreement Pricing Parameters section as often as we want, and it simply will immediately update for us as we do that. I encourage you to look at the rest of the calculators that we've included in the labor pricing software. They've got the ability to help you look at your company in a different way and make the decisions that you need to make to be profitable. Thank you.